Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Apparently, Dr. Phil, who is inspirational to a lot of people, has got a problem. And he's got a problem, and he's on TikTok all about it.
Well, that's how you handle problems. Is you address them on TikTok and you get them resolved on Instagram.
I never thought that I'd be like, okay, Dr. Phil's got some issues, and he's going to TikTok with them. Apparently,
Dr. Phil's like, I'm pissed. This sounds like I need to go to TikTok.
Yeah,
it sounds like a Mad Libs or something.
I know. This is insane, but here's what's going on. He's on TikTok, and he's like, I need you people to stop calling me daddy.
This keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Apparently, posters are calling Dr. Phil daddy. And
you've been drinking today.
Yeah, that's not doing so good for him.
You have to stop commenting daddy on all of my posts. I ain't your daddy. I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy. And your real daddy's probably getting his feelings hurt. I appreciate the support. It's a little weird, but I do appreciate the support.
But you know, sometimes you do something, you're asking people to stop doing it, but really you want them to keep doing it.
Oh, you think that's really like, is he, you think maybe?
I don't think that's what he's doing, but I think that's going to be the effect of what he's doing. So like he's like, hey, can everyone please stop calling me daddy? But I feel like now people are going to be calling him daddy all the time.
Dr. Phil, do you think Steve's right about that?
What are you doing, you effing little bitch?
Oh, geez. I'm calling you daddy on TikTok.
Wow, that is, wow.
Tell me under what rationale that's okay.
I don't know, when I'm asking for fatherly advice.
Yeah, man.
I think you are way out of control. You need serious help.
Wow, Steve.
Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah.
You full-fledged slut.
Whoa! I mean, I didn't mean daddy like that.
Oh, okay.
Hardcore.
Wow.
You're effing him like a Thanksgiving turkey.
Now, you know, I've been saying that for years about you, Steve. He's right about that.
Well, Thanksgiving's just around the corner.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Are you a prostitute?
Oh, well, we both are.
Well, now, yeah.
Everybody on this show pretty much is.
Somebody didn't tell you when you need to shut up.
So, I mean, obviously, I think there's only one reason why he's doing this.
Because he wants to be called daddy?
Well, because daddy, even though he said, look, you have a daddy, he's probably getting upset. Daddy is also what young, it's women who are...
Sometimes people get naughty and they say, hey,
you got
treat me well, daddy.
Yeah, you got an old man fetish,
Vicky, is that your thing? Have you used the daddy line?
If you ask me to use the daddy line, we are not doing anything. That is such a turnoff for me.
But then there's some women out there, I remember in my single days, they're like, can I call you daddy? I'm like, no. Like, why? No.
It's creepy.
And now being a dad, like, I'm glad I said no.
See, I would love it.
Wow,
See, I would love it now because really, I'm old enough to be a granddaddy. If somebody could call me daddy, that would make me feel younger again.
Granddaddy.
Yeah, don't call me that.
Grandpappy.
Grandpappy.
Hey, Happy.
Well, there's something sexy about that.
There's nothing sexy about that.
You can call me grandpappy all day long.
I wonder if his wife has like a problem with it. Like she's like on his like TikTok feed and seeing like, why are all these young girls calling you daddy?
Reading the comments.
Yeah.
Another one, daddy FYP. What does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, I think that's the reason. If it really was like you're like a father figure to me, I don't think anybody would have a problem with that. The trouble is that it's the other connotation. Oh, daddy.
Now I got to go on TikTok because I have to log in to read the comments. So I want to see how many people then responded with daddy comments.
Oh, come on,
TikTok.
You got to troll the F out of them.
And I mean, if I see somebody as a father figure, I'm not calling him daddy. I'm going to call him like dad or pops or, pappy.
Oh, Pappy.
I'd rather call him Pappy than
call him
Pappy.
Pappy. Wow. Hey, Pappy.
Actually, I did have a guy who was another dad to me. We called him Canadian Pappy.
Oh, Canadian Pappy?
That because he like pineapple on him?
No, he was actually Canadian. Because my dad was the Mexican Pappy. He was Canadian Pappy.
Is that like Canadian bacon?
I can't do it anymore.
I was following.
No, I know, but Steve's like, well, the only reason it must be because of Canadian bacon. That's why you called him Canadian Pappy, of course.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's an elementary school teacher in Florida. Her name is Edith, and she spoke at a school board meeting last week. And I think Edith is a little fed up because she was like, hey, parents, can you stop being idiots during your kids' online classes? She has said that herself and other teachers have seen nudity, drugs, all sorts of nonsense going on in the background.
Parents, please make sure that you have on proper clothing when you're walking in front or behind the child's computer. Because we done seen them in their drawers, the bra, and everything else. Remember, all children are on the computers and can hear your conversations. So please try to use proper language. No cussing, because if I say just no profanity, they may not know what profanity is. So no cussing, they know what that is. And number 4, when you're helping your children at the computer, please do not appear with big joints in your hands and cigarettes. Parents, please understand that your child is in class, and the parents should not stay in the picture and make silly face behind the child.
I never thought something like that would ever come up. Like that's an actual concern for a teacher.
So here's, I mean, this is really fascinating to me because if in fact these parents are doing this, how are they not in trouble? Like, if it's not good enough to be seen on screen, like, and not so much the nudity, I'm talking about like the drugs and stuff around their kid. And I mean, yeah, it's one, to be recreational, but I think,
if it's legal to smoke pot, is it illegal. I mean, it's legal I remember my mom smoked cigarettes in front of me, and it was legal for her to do that.
That's what I mean.
Is it illegal for a parent to smoke a joint? I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but is it the illegal thing to do?
So you and I are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Why is it a problem if it's legal, or if it's not a good thing? Why are these parents not in any more trouble than just getting a warning? I mean, what is this double standard? It's like,
well, it's probably like, hey, you're a parent. Maybe you shouldn't be getting stoned during the middle of the day. Maybe that should be safe for no different than, hey, you're a parent. Like she said, I saw a guy drinking a beer with no shirt on at 11:45 in the morning. Maybe you should wait till 8 p.m. when your kids are in bed.
Yeah, and that's a really good question, because you two good points, Steve. Do we have to police you, or can you put a brain in your head that, yes, some legal activity maybe shouldn't be done when your kid is learning and you should be there? And then here's the other sucky part of it.
What's that?
Is that, it is your home. You're just not used to your home being basically seen by everybody. Your kid's in front of the computer. I mean, your kid sees you, you're in your underwear, who cares? You forget that, oh, wait, this isn't them playing a game. This is actually, it's basically a big camera on my house.
Yeah, but how? I mean, how clueless are you? I mean, your kid's home because they're in school at home. Like, if a window's open and the blinds are up, I'm not going to walk by that window naked. I know.
I'm very disappointed that you don't, by the way.
I know you've asked me to, and I keep saying, you know what I mean? Like, you should just be like, okay, well, there's that area right there. I'm going to stay away from that area. Maybe I shouldn't be shirtless in the background. I do like that she took a shot at the intelligence of the parents by saying, I got to say cussing because you probably don't know the other
Yeah, that was a big shot. I'm like, okay. But maybe she's like, if you're dumb enough that we have to tell you not to be nude and not to be smoking joints and stuff like that, you're probably too dumb to know what profanity means.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're calling it what are they calling it? Virtual etiquette, which is a funny thing because that was something that didn't even ever exist growing up, going to school, or just living life when I was a kid.
Well, just in general, nobody wants to be poor Jennifer. Like, should I be taking a dump while I'm at a Zoom meeting? Probably not.
Right. Make sure the camera's off if you're going to take a shower while Zooming. I've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've made sure the camera was off. It's really
I don't like to know that. Now, every time we Zoom and we have a meeting and you're not on the screen, I'm like, what horrible thing is Steve doing right now?
I remember when we were doing our radio convention Zoom panel thing, and all of a sudden Lulu started barking. I was like trying to find that button. It was not easy.
Yeah, I know. That was so funny. It was like
it's just chaos in my house.
See, I
can't having a serious conversation.
Nobody commented on it. Nobody commented on it. Of course, I didn't because everybody. But I had the gallery view on, and I got such a kick out of watching you when somebody else was speaking. I mean, what is Steve doing? And then I finally saw Lulu in your lap. But before I realized what it was, it was like
this little white hair keeps popping up from underneath the screen, and then my hand goes on that head and pushes it back down.
Yeah, I'm like, what is he doing in his crotch? I was just like. I don't know if you see.
It looked like a guilt thumbnail.
Yeah,
it's like this white hair.
Yeah, it did. I was like, "Is he kidding? Is he? What is?" I go. He can't be like.
I wish that
pretending.
was. Yeah, I wish that was a bit like you were doing it on purpose.
Dude, at one point I actually angled the camera more up so that way it wouldn't. Because I was like, "Oh man, there's some big wig radio people and us on this panel." And I was like, I don't want to be that guy that's like got my dog on my lap. But Lulu was losing her mind. Like she kept pawing at me. So I'm like, okay. And then at one point she wanted to leave that room. So I had to get up and open the door. And as I got up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I have pants on. Because as I did it, I didn't even think about it. But like you guys saw me just get up and I'm in my pajama pants with like a decent shirt on.
I know this is, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore with the Zoom thing because people just, for some reason, when they're in their house, they just act like idiots.
But that was the moment where I realized, okay, now I understand how someone can screw up and get caught in their boxers on like a Zoom call.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't even think twice of it. I'm like, oh, mute myself. All right, I'm good. And then I got up and opened the door and I'm like, oh my gosh.
There you are.
There I am wearing my pajama pants.
I really enjoyed watching you. I was like, that's why you got to leave the gallery on. Forget who's speaking. The real entertainment is with what everybody else is doing when the person's speaking.
Yeah, well, my cell phone, it sucks because when you do a Zoom meeting that has more than 4 people, you can't do that.
Oh, yeah. That's why I got a laptop. That's the only reason I got a laptop, just to see the hijinks that you'll do when you're on a Zoom call.
Well, it worked out well, though, because there's a couple of attractive people on that call, and I was able to – they had them in the same little window. So I was like, all right, I'll just stick on that window. It was you and then a couple of the females.
Oh, okay. So you did the females. Good job.
Yeah, so you were part of it, though.
Oh, well, you know what? Hey, listen, that's what you call a sandwich, a pretty sandwich. You put the ugly in the middle of the pretty.
Well, yeah. I wouldn't say you were the ugliest. Wow.
Oh. Well, you mean
Damn.
not out of the women, but you mean
no, the women were attractive. Yeah.
out of the men.
Damn,
Oh,
yeah.
You really don't think I was the
Shots
ugly?
fired.
I really thought I might have been the ugliest guy in that panel. You're saying no.
No.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. I really, you know what? I was actually judging myself, going, everybody I think looks good. This is bad. I tried my best, I thought, but you actually thought I did okay.
I thought you and I actually weren't like the scariest ones.
That's really cool.
Yes.
I feel a lot better about myself now because people are going to see it's going to be broadcast.
Oh, crap. Now they're going to be wondering who's the scary one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You thought it was over.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, then everyone can watch.
I don't know why Steve Miggs said that about another person on the panel. I can't understand it.
Yep. Awesome.
Do you want to at least say or give a hint?
Oh, no. I'm not going to do that.
Well, or pick out two of the ugliest people and say it's neck and neck and see if people can pick the winner?
Well, it's not fair. That's everyone's beautiful in God's eyes, BJ.
Oh, I forgot about that. You're right. Okay.
Back it up.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, what am I going to do?
What are you going to do? Maybe not say that you think people are ugly.
I just think some guys, maybe you don't need to do plastic surgery for the rest of your life.
Oh, man.
There was a few guys on there. Didn't you? When you agree?
It's funny you said that. Because I had the reverse opinion. Mm-hmm. I think I'm the only guy that hasn't done plastic surgery out of the people that are in my age group or over.
You're absolutely right.
And I thought, God, this is the new normal. Like, also, I'm the guy that has my own teeth. I haven't put veneers on.
True.
And I know that my teeth are not as white as they could be, probably because of the coffee. But, I'm like, hey, every time I go to the dentist, I go, your teeth are great. They're in great shape. So it's like, why would I do anything to them if they're in great shape, except they're the not right color, which is, basically neon white, which is, if you noticed, there were people with some neon white teeth that I know aren't their real freaking teeth because I'm a guy with regular teeth who takes really good care of them, and this is what they look like for a normal person.
Well, see, I wasn't even fixed on that. I was just watching thinking like, wow, at some point, like, you got to just pump the brakes on the Botox.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially like the older you get, it's like it doesn't – it's like there's parts of your skin that are like perfectly smooth and then other parts that aren't because Botox just can't do that.
Exactly.
Would you ever do Botox?
No.
Yeah, that seems like – it seems like people just get really hooked on it.
Let me tell you the wonderful thing about being ugly. I paid for it in my early years. It was horrible for my self-esteem. But when you realize, dude, this is great. Nobody expects you to be pretty, which means now I'm at this age and it's like, well, nobody's looking to me in a beauty contest, so I don't got to keep up anything. I get to just be what I am. And frankly, I think I've hit the point of no return. I don't think I can get uglier. I think I finally hit the ugly ceiling, and even as I get older, I'm still going to be as ugly as I was.
Or you maybe be like fine wine. Like you get better as you get older.
That's even better if that happens.
Or you turn to vinegar.
That's a good point. Thanks, Rav.
Thanks, half empty. But yeah, it's... you
got to rethink life when BJ's saying that you're the miserable one.
I guess maybe.
You know what, though? That's another conversation for another time, but I think Rev has always known he's been my protege.
Yes. You've groomed him well.
I have really. I've taught him everything I know.
And then some.
Yep.
Yeah, so...
Would anyone on this show do Botox?
I felt like Danny would.
You think Danny would?
Yeah, I really did. I felt like if anybody would, Danny would.
No. I don't need Botox.
Plus, I don't want no needle. I don't know why.
He's already got his face pierced in every place. What difficult would it make to make a needle in it?
I love that Steve's like, I don't want the needles in me.
I know, I got tattoos everywhere.
Like, on your entire body, pretty much.
Yeah, I know.
Different, though.
Yeah. And Vicky, I
don't needles in my face.
Right.
I don't know if Vicky would or not. It really depends. It's hard to say.
No.
I don't have any, but I mean, if somebody gave them to me for free, sure. I know a lot of girls that are in my age group that do it preventatively.
Yeah, like the wrinkles on their eyes. It's like, what? Sarah just turned around like, Sarah, come in here. So
she's been freaking out since
Sarah
she's
wants
almost
everything.
30.
Sarah wants all of the plastic surgery.
Well, that's true. She's all about being plastic.
This is the problem with being as light-skinned as Sarah is because, as we know, the darker your skin is, the more difficult it is to see these cracks.
So
the lighter
spray tan.
That's what I would recommend.
Botox.
Sarah, you should spray tan.
Okay, I don't know if I could pull off a spray tan.
Yeah.
We should all spray tan for one show.
Yes, please.
We should, actually.
You saw how I looked for that holiday hangover ball.
Okay, maybe not as much spray tan as you did.
I thought I looked amazing.
We'd all look like walking Oompa Loompas. Especially because you're so bald, so like your whole head would be like an orange color.
Yeah,
it'd be awesome.
And we should all wear white shirts so that we have like spray tan stains.
Yeah, definitely.
I would so get Botox. I'm really thinking about it.
Oh, Sarah.
People told me to start getting it in your early 20s because it's preventative, but I didn't listen to them because I'm like, I'm still young and beautiful.
Like the Kardashians?
Probably.
I wish I talked to them. No, but like I don't know, people who wish they had gotten it before, right? And so now I'm almost 30 and I am seeing the wrinkles, and I really wish I had started years ago. So I got to get on it. Except it's so expensive. That's what's stopping me.
How expensive is Botox?
Good. Oh,
hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Steve, of course.
For one appointment.
The beauty industry is insane.
I mean, isn't there like a Groupon for something like that? Like buy one wrinkle, get one free?
Do you want to go to a Groupon Botox person who's sticking a needle in your head, and you want the discount guy? Okay.
Yeah, I want the buddy rate.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's cheaper, but it depends how much you need.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you using a bicycle pump to put the Botox in my face?
Don't worry
about it.
It's a new way to do it.
As long as it works, okay?
Yeah. I'm filling my wrinkles in with super glue.
Yeah, I don't think that's what are you doing there, sir? Sarah, don't do it. And now I know that if money's the issue, I'll make sure you don't have any.
I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to find someone who knows someone. Who knows
Is that
someone.
the number one plastic surgery you'd want to get? Botox?
I don't even consider it really plastic surgery.
Well, what is it?
It's just a few needles in your face that make you look younger.
It's basically acupuncture.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Botox
acupuncture where they inject a foreign substance into your body, and your body's like, great, we've got to deal with this now because she doesn't think she's pretty.
Doesn't it wear off and then you got to do it again?
It does, yeah. Yep.
That's where the problem is. Then you get a guy like in his 60s or 70s doing Botox, and it's like, at that point, like you're smoothing out skin that really, it looks weird with the rest of your body.
Yeah.
Well, and you have to go every few months, depending how much you need. My friend just got it done, and she has to go back every 3 to 6 months now. That's the problem, is once you start, it becomes kind of an addiction, very expensive addiction.
Oh, yeah, very,
And is it noticeable on her?
Honestly, I couldn't notice it at all, but she just turned 26. So she's
She's 26 and she's doing Botox?
Yes, because she's smart. She's smart.
They
All
say
of my
it's preventative. Do it while you look young, and then you'll always look the same age. It's
all of our
ridiculous.
friends gave her crap for it, but I'm like, dude, you're the one that's going to be looking way better than all of us in like 20, 30 years.
Or maybe you just find a person in your life that likes the way you look, as opposed to having to change the way you look for somebody.
What kind of crazy talk is that, BJ?
Yeah, and you have to like how you look in the mirror.
See,
right?
First of all, no, you don't. Yeah, that's going to a therapist. If you don't like how you look in the mirror, go talk to somebody. That's what you should go do, not Botox yourself.
I mean, hey, if there's Botox is available, I don't like my boobs, so I want a boob job. You might as well fix what...
Therapist Botox. It could be like a combo platter. You go see a therapist. If it doesn't work out, we'll go see Dr. Filler Upper right next door.
I'll go talk to someone for a few months and see if I like my wrinkles and my small boobs better. But if not, then I'm going to take drastic measures.
Yeah, this is where I step up to that argument that I should be the one that's happy with how I'm looking. And hey, look, I think you're absolutely right. But when you're not happy with how you look, that you're going to change your body, that nature didn't intend for you to change it. And Sarah, Mom has a friend that just got her breasts taken out because it ended up causing her a lot of medical problems. She had them in her body.
More and more these days from people that have implant issues.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I have friends who have had implants for years and they've had no issues.
No, this woman's in her 50s. You don't have any friends in their 50s or 60s.
I do, actually. And she has fake boobs and has for years and has never had issues.
Okay, well,
she used to be
what?
a stripper.
Yeah, good. Well,
Is she like your mentor in life?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I will.
50-year-old woman with implants?
Okay.
I will show you her.
Yeah.
She is. I would love to look like that when I'm
Do
her
I know
age.
this person?
You do not know.
Okay, good. Show me a picture because I'll
I
tell
will.
you. Because you know what? I love your mother and she's had no work done as far as I know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's great. And
I say that, but I mean, I really
love
don't
that there's
know.
actually just a small percentage of you not knowing.
Well, I don't know what she's
what's
doing.
Totally going down in Cali.
She's in California for 7 years. I don't know. Maybe she's had work done, and I'm just thinking that it's her.
Yeah, you didn't notice her haircut. Now you didn't notice the smoothed out wrinkles.
I don't know. I mean, she looks.
What kind of husband are you?
She looks good to me. If she's been getting stuff done, she hasn't told me. It's not like she came out and said, "Hey, guess what I've been doing?" As far as I know, she's had nothing done, but maybe she has.
well, she likes the way she looks, so that's all that matters. I'm just saying, I'm down. If you don't like the way you look and you can fix it, I'm so here for it.
Or maybe you can go to the therapist and ask why you don't like the way you look if everybody else does.
Therapist ain't going to make your boobs bigger, BJ.
It's really not.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm done with this child. I'm taking applications for a new child.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps? for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.